Let's start with, how would you describe your dad, Rob?
Oh, he's an easygoing guy, and for something like this to be going on, he's pumped, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
To have your dad here, to be able to spend time with him during the season, what is this experience like, and how would you describe these past dad's trips you've been on too?
That's great. It's nice. Obviously, I don't see him as much as I would like to, so being able to do this and share a room and listen to him snoring and keep me up all night is a lot of fun.
How does he factor in on the pregame nap? Do you have to kick him out of the room in order to get ready for the game?
Oh, I think he can take a nap anywhere, so he'll be joining for the pregame meal, and then he'll take his nap and get ready for the game.
It's not just Rob here; it's all the dads and mentors. What's it like for you guys to be able to interact and see everyone else's parents as well?
It's fun. It's like I said, it's something that we really are going to cherish forever. It's one of those things where you can tell that all the dads and everyone are having a great time, and we just got to get a couple wins here.
Speaking of getting a couple of wins, you play Columbus tomorrow. They're a team you've already seen this season. What's the biggest takeaways that you have from that last game that you guys are going to remember going into this one?
Well, they work really hard. We got to be ready for what they bring physically, and obviously they beat us at home, so we gotta go into their rink and get a win.
We've heard keeping it more simple at home, and that was definitely something that we saw in this last game. How do you feel like this team can keep keeping things simple again?
That's good. It's nice to get wins that aren't scoring 6 goals or whatever it's been. It was nice going on the road trip and starting off what we know we can do and win the 2-1 games and stuff.
One thing I know your dad has talked about is like the proximity now that you're in New Jersey. Obviously, it's way closer than Calgary for him. Just how is that kind of factored in? Have you been able to see him a little bit more this year, or is it just this trip's easier, so he's able to get here? That's better.
It's so far this is the first time he's come. I know he's planning on coming to some of the road games like Ottawa and stuff. So, but like you said, it is great being so close. I think it's like an hour flight for him, and it's great to see him.
Akira, we met your dad, and he had nothing but compliments to say about you. But first off, before we get to that, how would you describe your dad?
I guess similar, like me, kind of more of a quiet guy. He loves to do sports. Loves to play video games too every now and then, and just calm, funny guy.
For you to be able to share your time in the NHL with him and bring him on a day in the life, going to games, seeing everything, all the work that goes into this, what is this experience like for you?
It's great. You don't really get to see what's going on behind the scenes, so for them to see what's going on every day in the locker room and on a travel day, I think is great for them, and for us to share this experience with them is awesome.
And for your dad to be able to meet some of the other Swiss players' dads, how will that help him grow community as you are here with the Devils and you're getting your own community here as well?
I think it's great, having to come in with no one else to speak Swiss. It's kind of hard. So me and him we're lucky in that situation to have a fellow countryman on the team.
And just what do you hope to get out of these next few days, especially just being able to spend time here in North America during the hockey season when typically you can't really see family?
Yeah, just try to embrace it as much as you can. Enjoy the time you have with them on the road and at home and in the locker rooms, going out to dinner tonight and stuff like that, and just enjoy it.
I know the team has been playing better as of late and everyone's feeling a lot more confident, especially with keeping things simple. What are you seeing out of this group that's going so well?
Yeah, like you said, just keeping it simple. We think we play the right way and it pays off. I think defensively we're really solid right now with blocking shots, keeping pucks away, getting the support from the forwards back for the Ds, breaking out and stuff like that. It's just small things, but it means a lot in the game.
Perfect. That's all we need. With your nameplate, looks a little bit different here. Dave, what can you say about your dad? How would you describe him?
Yeah, where do you start? He's a good-looking guy. I think he's like a twin, like me, too. Everyone's kind of giving me a hard time, but no, he means the world to me, and being able to share this with him, it's always special. His third father's trip, but it never gets old coming, being around here. And he always bugs us too about how spoiled we are and kind of all the stuff that we have. But these are the memories and stuff. And he's a big reason why I play and allowed me to get to this level. All the sacrifices he's made.
You get to meet all the other dads too. Is there any that you're like, oh, I can just tell without even being introduced, that's the dad of this person?
Absolutely. We're kind of joking about that as we can kind of play the game of, was it Guess Who, where you throw all the dads in the middle and pair them up with their sons. But it's funny. I mean, again, behind the scenes, like I said, there's so much work that goes into it to get us to this level. But just to kind of take a step back, share these moments with our family, for them to sit in our meetings, kind of see what we go through on a day-to-day basis, it's cool, it's fun. And also, I mean, said you don't get to spend much time with them, so that time away from the rink as well, these next couple of days, they're very special.
Heading off to Columbus, a team you've already faced this year, a team that you guys lost to here at home. What's the biggest things that they did right that you guys want to not give them in this next matchup?
I'm not the one to ask for that question because I got hurt in that game, so I left early.
But just from video.
Yeah, from video. I mean, it's. I don't think it's more so what they can do. It's just kind of the level of game that we're playing. We're kind of stuck in the mud there, and we're trending in the right direction now. I think you can see that the way that we're playing, being patient with games, sticking with it, playing to our identity. So, again, focus on ourselves, and that's another challenge. And I think we got to be hungry too. Like you said, they knocked us off here in our home rink, so it's a chance to kind of get some revenge out of theirs.
And it is the start of a back-to-back, and we've talked about, doing everything right to get ready for these back-to-backs. But how much has the confidence of this group playing well in these last 6-7 games will help with that when you guys are coming back home after travel?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, when you get rolling a bit and feeling good about your games, like I said, confidence is a scary thing. You want to come to the rink and you don't want to play. That's what you do. That's why we ultimately want to be in the NHL is to play games. And like I said, we've had a lot of back-to-backs this year, but again, you learn from the game before, you reset, you recover, you eat, and you get right back at it. So when your team's going well, it's a non-issue.
Penalty kill has really been so sharp. And what are the biggest things that you've seen that have allowed you guys to take that next step and really shut down teams and maybe let one at most?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's reflective of our 5-on-5 game. Again, just kind of being steady and understanding what we need to do. I think up ice in the neutral zone, we've done a better job of kind of denying entries, or when they do get it in, not giving them a chance to kind of set up right away. But again, we want to rise to that challenge. They're key moments in the games, and like I said, we got a good thing going. So let's not jinx it, hopefully. And again, just everyone just doing their job.
Lindy, a couple different names on the nameplates in the locker room. It's the Dad and Mentors trip. First off, as a coach, what's it like to see everyone's dads and meet the men who have shaped your players?
Oh, it's awesome. Always enjoyed when, the dads, moms, mentors have been around. I think the sacrifice parents made to, get their kids to the rinks, to, any sport is incredible. And, I think it's just a little bit of payback, and it's great to see them all here.
Do you have to give your players any advice on how to tell their dads and mentors, hey, it's a pregame nap time, we need to be able to have this time?
I think that's all part of managing time. So, but I think they appreciate the extra time to get to spend with their dad, and it's always been a good experience.
Columbus is a team that beat the Devils in this building. What were the biggest lessons that your group learned from facing Columbus?
Well, we had a ton of opportunities, but we made some big mistakes inside the game, and at the end we couldn't beat the goaltender. So, eliminate the mistakes, try to get off to a lead. And, we saw the game last night was a wild one where they jumped on Toronto to a 5-0 lead, but, Toronto came back. So they're very capable of scoring goals. You give them opportunities. They got some gifted goal scorers. So away from the puck, we have to be disciplined. With it, we got to make good plays.
Lindy, how shocking has the parity in this division been this season? Obviously, you talked about Columbus last night, but there's also, just so tight the race in the standings. And
well, I think everybody anticipated it being the toughest division, and I think it's proving out to be that. You've got battles every night. It's 3-point games. There's really only one team in Columbus. It's a couple of games under 500. So I just believe it's going to continue throughout the year, that it's going to be tight, so you've got to win your games.
Thank you.
You're welcome.